Just 1 cup at night can make the difference between burning belly fat while you sleep or storing even more of it. And this is what concerns me most. More than 80% of people over the age of 60 are making the same mistake every single night without realizing what it is doing inside their body. This habit looks harmless. It feels healthy, light, natural. People drink it with good intentions, believing it helps the body relax before sleep. But once the lights go out, a very different process begins beneath the surface. This one nighttime habit doesn't just slow fat loss. It pushes the body out of fat-burning mode and into fat storage mode at the exact time when your system should be repairing tissues, balancing hormones, and using stored fat for energy. Instead of releasing fat, the body is quietly signaled to hold on to it. And the area that stores it most easily is the belly. Belly fat is not just about appearance. It surrounds vital organs, fuels inflammation, and increases the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and stroke as we age. If you've been careful with food, tried exercise or supplements, and still struggle with stubborn belly fat, the issue may not be your age or metabolism. It may be one nighttime habit you never questioned. What you drink before bed can either support fat burning or quietly lock it away all night. Stay with me until the end of this video. I'll explain why this happens and what to do instead, safely and realistically. Before we talk about what truly helps, we need to pause and clear up one very common belief that is quietly working against many people. This is a bedtime habit that sounds healthy, feels responsible, and has been repeated for years. And yet, it is one of the main reasons so many waistlines stay stuck. For a long time, people have been told that drinking a detox juice before bed is a smart choice. Something made from fruits or greens, no added sugar, natural, clean. The idea is simple. Drink it at night and your body will melt fat while you sleep. But this belief is deeply misleading. Here is what is actually happening inside your body. Even without table sugar, fruit juices are naturally high in fructose. Fructose is still sugar. When you drink it before bed, your blood sugar rises and your body responds by releasing insulin. Insulin's job is not to burn fat. Its job is to store energy. When insulin is elevated, fat burning is turned off. At night, this effect is even stronger. Your metabolism naturally slows down. Your energy needs drop. There is no movement, no activity, no place for that sugar to be used. So it gets redirected straight into fat storage, most often into the abdominal area. This is the exact opposite of what your body's designed to do at night. Sleep is meant to be a repair phase, a time when your system draws energy from stored fat to rebuild tissues, balance hormones, and renew cells. But when fructose enters the picture, that door quietly closes. That is why so many people wake up after their healthy nighttime juice feeling bloated, heavier, or strangely hungry. It is not a broken metabolism. It is insulin blocking the fat-burning process that should have been active all night. And this is why what you drink before bed matters far more than most people realize. Drink 1. Golden milk with turmeric and cinnamon. The first drink in this sequence is often the most surprising, not because it is exotic or trendy, but because it works at a level many people completely overlook. Golden milk with turmeric and cinnamon. It may look like a simple, comforting drink, something you might already associate with relaxation. But when used correctly at night, it acts as a metabolic anti-inflammatory reset, helping your body shift back into its natural fat-burning rhythm. This drink targets one of the quiet but powerful drivers of stubborn belly fat: chronic inflammation. Inflammation does not always cause pain. It does not always come with obvious symptoms. Instead, it behaves like a low, smoldering fire inside the body. Day after day, this internal fire disrupts normal metabolism, interferes with hormone signaling, and gradually worsens insulin resistance. As a result, the body becomes more likely to store fat, especially around the waist. Many people blame age or a slow metabolism when belly fat refuses to move. But very often, inflammation is the missing piece. When the body feels inflamed, it shifts into a protective mode. Energy is conserved. Fat is stored. Burning fat becomes a lower priority. That is why calming inflammation is not just about comfort. It is about restoring metabolic balance. Turmeric plays the central role here. Its active compound, curcumin, has been extensively studied for its ability to reduce inflammatory signaling in the body. When consumed at night, curcumin works quietly while you sleep, during the hours when your body is naturally focused on repair and regeneration. As inflammation settles, insulin sensitivity begins to improve. And when insulin functions properly, fat no longer needs to stay locked inside fat cells. Your body can finally access it as a clean source of energy. But turmeric does not work alone. Cinnamon acts as the stabilizer in this combination. Even during sleep, blood sugar can rise and fall due to natural hormonal rhythms. These fluctuations may seem small, but they are enough to trigger insulin release. When insulin rises at night, fat burning shuts down. Cinnamon helps smooth these blood sugar swings, reducing unnecessary insulin spikes and keeping your body in a fat-burning state throughout the night. Preparation matters. Gently heat 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk. Stir in 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a small pinch of cinnamon, and a tiny amount of black pepper. That last ingredient is essential because black pepper significantly improves curcumin absorption. Sip the drink slowly about 1 hour before bedtime and allow the warmth to signal your nervous system to relax and unwind. Over time, many people notice meaningful changes: less abdominal puffiness, deeper, more restorative sleep, looser joints in the morning, steadier energy throughout the day. These results are not instant. They build gradually. They come from restoring the right internal conditions night after night, allowing the body to do what it already knows how to do. Before we move on, take a moment to leave a short comment. What surprised you more here, the hidden role of inflammation or the way cinnamon supports blood sugar during sleep? And let me know where you are watching from. Drink 2. Chamomile tea with magnesium. The second drink operates very differently from the others. It does not chase metabolism directly. It rebuilds the foundation that metabolism depends on. Chamomile tea with magnesium. Think of this as your deep sleep optimizer, because the most powerful fat-burning system in your body is not activated by exercise, dieting, or willpower. It activates during sleep, and not just any sleep. Deep, restorative sleep. This is the part most people overlook. Many spend years counting calories or pushing harder at the gym, yet their sleep remains shallow and broken. When sleep is poor, the body never fully enters repair mode. Fat loss stalls, hormones drift out of balance, and frustration grows. Rest is not passive. Rest is biological work. Chamomile and magnesium work together as a synchronized system to make that work possible. Chamomile has been used for centuries to calm the body, but its real power comes from a compound called apigenin. Apigenin binds to specific receptors in the brain, signaling the nervous system to slow down. It quiets racing thoughts, softens anxiety, and prepares the body for shutdown. This is not sedation. It is natural neurological signaling. You can imagine apigenin as gently dimming the lights inside your brain. Nothing is forced. Nothing is suppressed. Sleep is induced in a calm, orderly way, but falling asleep is only half the equation. The deeper benefit comes from staying asleep long enough to enter sustained deep sleep. This is where magnesium glycinate becomes essential. Magnesium supports both muscle relaxation and nervous system calm at the same time. But its most important role at night is its effect on cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol tells your body to stay alert and, more importantly, to store fat, especially around the belly. When cortisol remains elevated at night, fat burning shuts down completely. The body cannot repair and burn fat at the same time it is under stress. Magnesium helps sever that stress signal. As cortisol drops, the body finally receives permission to shift gears. During deep sleep, another critical hormone rises: growth hormone. Growth hormone is the master builder. It repairs tissues, preserves muscle, supports cellular renewal, and directs the body to use fat as fuel. This is one of the most valuable fat-burning windows you have each day. Without enough magnesium, deep sleep becomes fragmented. You may fall asleep, but you do not stay in the stages where growth hormone is released. That window closes too soon. Over time, this leads to stalled fat loss, morning fatigue, and slower recovery. Preparation matters here. Steep 1 cup of chamomile tea in hot water for 10 minutes to extract enough apigenin. Let it cool slightly, then stir in 1/4 teaspoon of magnesium glycinate powder. Drink it exactly 40 minutes before bed. This timing allows the nervous system to slow down gradually, not abruptly. With consistency, the changes become noticeable. You fall asleep faster, you wake less often, you stay in deeper sleep longer. Mornings feel clearer, not groggy. Sleep stops being a passive pause in your day. It becomes an active, high-performance state where healing happens and fat burning finally has the conditions it needs to work. Drink 3. Decaf green tea. The third drink often catches people off guard. Decaf green tea. Many avoid green tea at night for good reason. Caffeine can disrupt sleep, and that instinct is correct. But once the caffeine is removed, something important changes. What remains is a quiet metabolic tool that keeps working while you rest. Think of decaf green tea as a nighttime metabolism accelerator, gentle enough for sleep, yet biologically active. Decaf green tea still contains the compounds that made green tea famous for weight support, especially EGCG, short for epigallocatechin gallate. EGCG has a well-documented role in fat oxidation. In simple terms, it helps your body shift fuel preference away from sugar and toward stored fat. It does not force fat loss. It nudges the system in the right direction. This effect becomes more meaningful at night. When you sleep, your body naturally enters a fasting state. Insulin stays low. Digestion slows. Energy must come from reserves. When EGCG is present during this window, it supports your cells in targeting visceral fat, the deep fat around organs that carries the highest health risk. Decaf green tea offers another advantage. It contains L-theanine, an amino acid that calms the brain without sedation. L-theanine smooths stress signals, helping the mind settle while the body continues metabolic work. Together, EGCG and L-theanine form a quiet partnership. One supports fat use, the other protects sleep quality. To prepare, choose a high-quality decaf green tea, preferably organic. Steep it for no more than 3 minutes to avoid bitterness. Let it cool slightly and drink 1 warm cup about an hour before bed. Over time, many people wake feeling lighter, less bloated, and clearer-headed. This is not stimulation, it is gentle alignment. And remember, this drink works best as part of a system. If this is helping you see nighttime fat loss differently, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And leave a short comment. Which of these drinks surprised you most so far, and where are you watching from? Drink 4. Fenugreek water. The fourth drink is the one most people have never heard of. Fenugreek water. It may feel unfamiliar, but it has been used for centuries in traditional medicine for one very specific reason. It regulates sugar. Think of this drink as a nighttime glucose stabilizer, working quietly while you sleep. This drink targets one of the biggest barriers to losing belly fat after 50, insulin resistance and nighttime blood sugar swings. Fenugreek seeds contain a unique type of soluble fiber. When soaked in water, this fiber turns into a thick gel. Inside your digestive system, that gel behaves like a natural sponge. It slows sugar absorption and keeps glucose levels steady for hours. When you drink fenugreek water before bed, this gel continues working through the night. That matters because even small rises in blood sugar during sleep can trigger insulin. And when insulin rises, fat burning shuts down immediately and the body shifts back into storage mode. Fenugreek does more than slow sugar absorption. Its seeds also contain bioactive compounds that support pancreatic beta cells, the cells responsible for producing insulin. Over time, this support helps the body respond to sugar more efficiently, reducing resistance and breaking the cycle that drives abdominal fat storage. To prepare it, soak 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds in a glass of water for at least 8 hours. Preparing it in the morning works best. By night, the water turns slightly yellow and mildly bitter. That bitterness is part of its effect. Strain out the seeds and drink only the water. If needed, add a few drops of lemon to soften the taste. Used consistently, fenugreek water helps keep glucose stable, insulin calm, and fat burning uninterrupted through the night. Many people also notice better digestion, fewer cravings, and lighter mornings. It works quietly, but its impact builds night after night. Drink 5. Ginger lemon tea. The fifth drink is the grand unifier. Ginger lemon tea. Deceptively simple, yet functionally explosive. Treat this as your digestive and thermogenic cleanser. It primes the body for pre-sleep fat incineration. Because for belly fat to release, two systems must align perfectly: digestion and metabolism. If evening digestion drags, food rots in your gut. Fermentation starts. Bloating explodes. Silent inflammation spikes. These toxic signals do not stay contained. They strike the liver, stressing it and crushing its ability to process fat. When digestion stagnates at night, fat burning is paralyzed. Ginger acts as the turbocharger. Its bioactive gingerols and shogaols force gastric emptying. In simple terms, ginger propels food forward and refuses to let it linger. This banishes gas, blocks toxin formation, and eliminates nighttime bloating that sabotages metabolic repair. Ginger also triggers a second phenomenon: thermogenesis. It safely raises internal body temperature, spiking your resting metabolic rate without stressing the nervous system. Imagine cranking up your internal furnace dial and burning extra calories strictly while you sleep. Lemon executes a critical mission of its own. The liver is the fat metabolism command center. When it is sluggish, fat stays trapped. Lemon's citrus compounds, especially peel-derived limonene, supercharge liver enzymes. This empowers the liver to detoxify and process fat aggressively throughout the night. To prepare, bring water to a boil. Simmer fresh ginger slices for 5 minutes. Turn off the heat. Squeeze in half a lemon and, crucially, add the zest. Steep for 10 minutes. Strain and drink warm exactly 40 minutes before bed. Used consistently, this tea streamlines digestion, kills bloating, and primes metabolism for overnight incineration. Expect lighter mornings, a flatter stomach, and steady energy. With this final key, the mechanism of nighttime fat burning is fully unlocked. What matters most is this: your body does not need a miracle to burn fat while you sleep. It needs the right internal conditions. There is no drink that melts fat overnight. But when hormones are balanced, blood sugar is steady, inflammation is reduced, and sleep is truly deep, your body naturally returns to its fat-burning rhythm. The 5 nighttime drinks we discussed are not isolated tricks. They work together as a supportive system. Each one helps calm inflammation, stabilize insulin, lower stress hormones, support liver function, or protect deep restorative sleep. When these signals align, your body shifts back into repair mode at night and begins drawing energy from stored fat, especially around the belly. The change is not dramatic or sudden. It is gradual, steady, and sustainable. The key is consistency. These benefits build quietly, night after night. The most important step is choosing one drink that fits your body right now and making it part of your evening routine. Some people start with golden milk to calm inflammation. Others focus first on improving sleep with chamomile and magnesium. There is no perfect order, only steady commitment. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these drinks are you most interested in trying first? Leave a short comment and tell me where you are watching from. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to Senior Health Guard for more science-based guidance.